Live.
Mhm.
There is a delay.
Yeah, there is a delay, about 30 seconds or so, but then we'll see everyone. But then they'll see this when they do
Yeah.
the playback. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sew and Talk Tuesdays. And today we have Giovanna. How do you pronounce your last name, Giovanna?
Casadio.
Casadio.
No,
Okay.
Casadio.
Okay. And she's joining us, and we're just been chit-chatting before we got on the air and sharing with each other and that. But I'm glad to see everyone that has stopped by. I see that Joe's here, and I'm doing good, Joe. Sewing on the Bluff, Jessica. Hopefully I got this right this time. Okay, Jessica, you'll be listening in from the car. That's no problem. Hi, Mona. Hope you got some rest. And so Mona's here, Jessica is here, Joe's here. And we'll get more. Kathy Klein, hi. She's saying hi, Giovanna.
Hi, everybody.
I've just been trying to finish up projects this week. I have, I said to my, what do I want to say? It's that I feel like doing stuff, but I feel like if something gets in the way, I don't feel like moving forward with it.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know what's wrong with me this week, but that's what's happening to me this week. Maybe I'm on summer mode or something. So how you been, Giovanna?
I'm fine. It's been pretty hot. It's today we've had storms, but it's still hot for my standards. Because I'm hot when it's 23 degrees Celsius. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit.
I think it's like 68 or something like that.
Just let me see on the other phone. It's got it in. I got my other phone in Fahrenheit.
Oh.
To keep up with you guys.
Donnell's here today. Donnell's here. Hi, Donnell. And Mona says she didn't get any rest. They're digging the foundation basement behind my house. Oh, Mona, is that the one that is building a new home next door to you? It's not your foundation. It's not your basement. It's the people.
Yeah, it's her land. Well, it's behind her land.
Yeah, that will make some noise when they dig up. They have to dig up the earth for that.
Anyway, 72 Fahrenheit.
I wasn't too bad, was I? It's 60. It's close.
Sorry, my nose is itching.
Yeah, 72 is pretty nice, pretty comfortable.
Yeah, it's lovely weather and all. You don't have to wear a jacket, but then you just move a little bit. Well, I'm fat, so I just move a little bit, and
you get warm.
Yeah, I get hot.
It gets quite a bit warmer.
Yeah,
than this,
and that's why I cut my hair short, because I tend to sweat a lot in the head.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
it looks good. Looks cute.
It's already grown a lot.
Joyce is here, and so is Katie, the Greenland quilter, and Zaza has made it.
Hi.
She says that Mona, I feel your pain. They're redoing the pavement outside of her place. Yeah, it's going to be all summer of noise.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible.
Yeah, she's going to hear the hammers and the saws and everything.
But don't you have a quiet time? And here in Italy, we have a law that from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they cannot make noise.
I don't think some areas do, some don't. But I think most people don't start till 8 o'clock in the morning. But I bet you they start about 7 there.
Yeah, here they have to wait till 8 o'clock. to start, they stop at 1 and then they restart at 3 till 7, I think it is.
Yeah.
To get a full day's work. So they have to respect the people who need to nap.
Yep.
Yes, I am. I'm 100 kilos. Calculate that for yourself because that's too much in pounds.
Let's see. I think somebody else came in here.
That's I'm responding to Donnell.
Debbie. Oh, Debbie came in.
Hi, Debbie. Sorella mia.
And Patty, I see her, Debbie talking to you, talks back with you.
Yeah.
On her channel. And that. So let's see. In America, we generally work long days during the daylight hours. Mona works nights. There's no avoiding it. That's what Lisa said. That's going to be tough. That's going to
really going to be tough on her.
Yeah. So anyway, I think I just wanted to. I want to let Giovanna. I'm glad that she accepted my invitation to be my guest, and I want her to be able to share her story. What's that?
It's a pleasure.
Oh, thank you. I wanted her to be able to share her story. A lot of us have things that we like to do in our background, and I've heard some of her stories, and it's been very intriguing. And she's a very talented woman. So I'm going to let her. She does have a channel. I'm going to let her talk to you and just kind of. Most of you know Giovanna, but there'll be people that come on that doesn't know her. And I'll let you go ahead and speak if you don't mind.
Hi, June. She said hi to me and Sherry.
Oh, that's no problem.
Hi. I am Italian by father, and by mother, I'm half English, half French. I was born in Africa, in Kenya. I grew up there, and then I came to Italy to help my uncle. He was an elderly man, and he was an artist. He used to do oil painting, a very good artist. And then I got married, and I wasted my life because of that. But I've always loved sewing. I came here and I learned to become a pattern maker. And I became also a teacher to be able to teach pattern making, which I never did because, unfortunately, here, when people don't want to pay you that much, I don't know about the States, our rates here are very, very little. And I was a tailor. I used to make clothes for people, and then they would say, oh, but that's too expensive. And so I started doing cleaning jobs because I needed the money, and I had 2 small kids. I divorced my husband when my daughter was 2 years old. Well, I separated from him. I divorced after 20 years because the law wouldn't let me divorce peacefully until my kids were grown up.
That happens a lot.
Yeah. In the meantime, I took on different types of arts. I crochet. I've been crocheting since I was 6 years old. I learned from my mother had a servant. It's not good to say servant, but she had a man that was helping in the house. And his mother came to visit, and she was crocheting, and I wanted to learn how to crochet. I was 6 years old, and she taught me how to crochet. Then I learned how to do macrame, and I did art in school. I wanted to become a vet, but yeah. Then I left school. I traveled the world for an American company, for a U.S. American company. I visited 8 different countries with them. And when I got back home, I tried to re-enter school to finish, to be able to go to university. And I didn't get into the school because there was a test I had to do. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. In Kenya, I became a croupier. I worked in a casino for 2 years.
You worked in the casino.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done a lot of jobs.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I also worked in a shop for photographs, and I was developing photographs with the old-fashioned way.
Oh,
With chemicals and things like that.
yeah.
And when I came to Italy, I just started doing crafts in my spare time, and I've done a lot of different crafts.
Didn't you say something about you worked at a bridal shop or something doing beading on bridal gowns?
Well, no, the bridal gown was my sister's bridal gown that I made. I beaded it.
Okay.
But here, when I came here in the beginning to get money to be able to pay for my schooling for pattern making, I was beading clothing for a big company that made fashion design clothing, and that's where I learned how to bead on with embroider with beads. I can't embroider. I'm not very good at embroidering with thread, but with beads I can do anything.
Yeah.
Because I did 3 years of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the first job I got here. When I came to Italy, the very first year we had 2 meters of snow that winter, 1985, and it went down 20 below zero. That's Celsius.
Oh, okay.
Celsius is the zero.
You were coming from Kenya?
Yeah.
At that time?
And never seen snow in my life.
Well, it introduced itself.
Yeah, it introduced itself really well. So
now,
anyway.
Do you like snow?
I like snow, yes. I like it. I don't like ice, but I like the snow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When it snows and it comes down real pretty, it's nice.
Because people don't you from the US, you don't understand. Our zero is the freezing point of water. That's how we get our 0 degrees. So when it goes below that, it means things are really frozen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get ice down here where I'm from in this area. You know, you get a lot of ice. So, do you want to, let me see now, you quilt too though, don't you?
I started quilting, actual quilting. I've made one quilt fully during COVID.
Oh, okay. But you have a lot of fabric, you said. So you like to do fabric art.
I have fabric from when I was tailoring.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I have a lot of fabric from then. But then also when I started quilting, I went all in. When I do a craft, I go all in.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Yep. I'm 100% in, and then I'm like, okay. But then it may go in the background, but then it comes back again, you know? I'll get inspired to do it again.
In fact, I have fabric that I use. It's over 20 years that I have this fabric.
Have you thought about doing, you're so artistic. Have you thought about doing collage in fabric, or doing, like drawings and collage?
There is a project that I have in my head, which I did a painting of a tree with glitter, and I've got it on the wall here. That's why I'm looking at it.
Okay.
And it's a tree without leaves. It's just the bark. It's a winter tree, and I want to do that as a collage with quilting.
You should. I think you'd be good. I think you'd be good at it. I mean, I've had a preview of her skills, so I know she'd be good at it. It's like, I don't know, Teresa Louise is I don't know her channel, but I know her by Teresa Louise. She's been working on a horse collage. She is amazing with that. If anybody knows her channel, I can't remember.
Check it out. Yeah.
Yeah. She's amazing in it. Joyce says she started dabbling in EPP, and I think it's going to be a very big in her future. I know, that's the thing. I went into, we were talking, went in from, did some sewing, and then we talked about doing junk journaling, and then going into quilting, and then,
Yes.
now creativity doesn't have limits. Your creativity comes to you and comes out when it's ready, when it wants to burst.
That's why I don't do commission work. That's why I don't do commission. I used to be very good as a tailor. In fact, there's a lady that I made a suit for, and every time I meet her, she says, I still have it. It still is perfect, like the day you made it. Because the fabric was of good quality. My sewing machine, my Bernina, it has a stitch that even up today, it's over 30 years. It's 30 years old, and it really works really well. It's a full metal machine. It's very sturdy.
Did you see my vintage Bernina, the little one that I had gotten?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay, I'll end up showing it to you. Yeah, they have. I won't show it to you today, but I will show it to you. Yeah, Berninas are good, and it's all metal. It's a little tiny thing that's heavy as could be.
I spent it was in liras at the time, the equivalent of 1,200 euros. Let's say $1,200, 30 years ago for that machine.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's never been to the spa. Never.
Yeah.
I've always cleaned it myself. I haven't never had a problem with it. If I have a problem, I talk to my repair guy, the person I bought it for, and he tells me what to do. He doesn't even come here. He says, you know how to do it by yourself. You just fix it yourself. So my father was a mechanic, my brother's a mechanic, and I know a lot about mechanics.
Well, Giovanna, not Giovanna, Zaza says that we all have those projects that's in our head. You need to get it out, get it on, get it going.
My problem, my big problem is space. Yeah. As you know, 2 years ago, on the 16th of May, 2 years ago, we had a major flood, and the flood nearly reached my second floor of my apartment, which is very high. The river was not existent. It was just one full lake. Wow. It was like a lake. And the stuff that I had in the garage was all, well, I saved some stuff, but the problem is I can't trust to put anything in the garage anymore. Mm-hmm. So I've got everything in the house. So my house is cluttered really a lot.
It's sort of like you have to work on one thing at a time that you're into to make, and then move that.
I'm working on small things at the moment, as you have seen, Cherry. I made, for example, this last night.
Yeah, share with us what the things.
I finished this last night, and the problem is my daughter came home. She said, "Oh, beautiful."
I mean, she wants it.
The spelling of the name is wrong.
Aww.
So I have to undo it, take out the name, and redo it. And then I made this one for another friend of my daughter. It's a graduation present from me.
Yeah. I like black and white, the beading. I think it's the beading on it that Yeah, I like that.
And these beads are the ones that I made from fabric and thread. As you most probably, a lot of people have heard of me talking about them. They're these beads.
Wow.
They start off.
Fabric and thread, you said?
Yeah. You see this ball of thread here, Cherry? You see this ball of thread? It's just a jumble of threads. I made it into a ball.
Do you do needling like needling like you do on felting?
No, I just wrap it around with thread. Wow. I get the least expensive thread that I have, and I just wrap it around it.
Yeah, I've done felting, but with the fine wool, but I haven't ever done that. But that reminds me, as tight as you have that.
Yeah, I learned this from another lady that I can't remember the name. I think I put the link on the In Quilt Flat chat.
Oh, okay. Well, Joyce says that you should do a video on that.
I will try. I will try. Okay, here comes the diva.
She made her entrance, huh? And it's a girl, isn't it?
No, this is a boy. He's a boy. He's my baby boy.
He came in. He says, "I'm ready to be on."
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let me tell you about those beads. If Mama just
he loves them.
Just let me loose, I could have a lot of fun with those beads. Back them around.
I tell you, before I put the beads on these beads, they were just balls of thread.
Oh, I bet you.
They fell on the ground, and he went to town.
I bet you it was fun watching them.
Yeah. The thing is, I didn't have my phone on, otherwise.
That would have been a good one. You might have to throw some down on the floor and just videotape it.
Yeah.
Joyce says he's a handsome boy.
Yeah, he is. And he gets a lot of views. 1,900 views on the last video.
Wow. That's great.
In 2 days. I'm telling you, he's really famous.
2 days he got that many, huh? That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
So you said that you make those beads from your fabric and from threads, and you follow it. Do you mix any glue or just?
No glue, because I want them to be natural as possible. I use, you see, I ripped the material.
Okay.
Like this. I can make a knot in this, and then if I make a knot, and then I twirl it around the knot, and then I'll put thread around it. Obviously, when you put the thread around it, you have to also use your needle to secure the thread, to make it doesn't unravel.
That's cool.
And that's when the beading came into mind, because I saw them just as thread. Then I decided, let me put some beads on. I started with very few beads, and then slowly, I put tons of beads, as you can see here.
Those little ones that have those tiny seed beads, I'm thinking, oh my, but they're, yeah, look at.
This is made 155 of them.
155 of those beads.
Yeah, big and small. There's some other that are big. This is big as well. And then there's the tiny ones that I showed you earlier. And this is a small one.
Those are so pretty.
I love the orange ones.
Oh, yeah.
These could be lovely pumpkins.
Oh, they could.
Yeah. And yesterday, I had made ladybug. Yesterday, it came to mind that I could put it in a floral design. You know, the ladybirds, ladybugs, call them how you want. They
Oh, I
eat
like ladybugs.
they eat the insects on plants. So you find them mainly on plants. So I put them in a floral.
Oh.
I put it in a floral design.
Did you do your flowers with the same concept?
No, these flowers, I found them in a Chinese shop. It's could be
Okay.
called like a dollar store. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I have them for years. The felt I made, the felt leaves I made myself. But
So
then I decided,
everything you see it in a different way than it originally was meant for. I
yes,
mean, you could look at a sweater and you see that sweater in a different way, or how you could use it, or even containers. You said that
yes,
you use containers in different ways, and
since I've
everything is
been,
art supply.
yeah, since I've been in Italy, I've been teaching English to children. Worked for a school, for a company that did after school, because here in Italy, the school is from 8 o'clock in the morning till 12:30.
Uh-huh.
Then,
Okay.
and unfortunately, some parents can't keep their children at home in the afternoon, so there's this after school that we do, and I used to make them do their homework, teach them English, and teach them art in recycling art, because I'm a very big recycler. I
And
love recycling, and I wanted the children to learn how to recycle things instead of just throwing them in the trash.
that's good.
I'm a very big advocate for recycling what we have. And this
Well,
is
look
one
how
of
beautiful.
and this is
You know,
one of the recycling that I didn't teach the children how to do it, but I made it myself. This is one thing I learned watching
there you
YouTube.
go.
You know, YouTube is a very good university,
It is.
and these are made from toilet paper rolls, the wings. The base is made from a catalog of a clothes company. And I got some buttons. I bought a bag full of pearl buttons, and I put them on the dress.
I'm looking at it on my phone. That's why I'm looking down, folks. It's because I'm.
Yeah, the wings are made. The back of the wings are made with rice paper, and also the book. And these balls here for the hands are made out of a ball of paper, paper mache.
Well, it takes time to do each element of that, to
Yeah,
think it through.
yeah.
Now, did you draw that out before, or just
No,
created it as you went?
no. And for this company that the catalog is of, I made Christmas trees in the same manner I made the angel. It's just that the angel, I added the wings to it. The Christmas
Yeah.
trees, I made decorations on them, and I put like butterflies and flowers
Oh,
cut out with punches, but from magazines. You know, the
that,
colored part of the magazine.
yeah.
That's it. It's completely recycled art, and that's what I do. And talking about recycled art,
Okay.
I made paper beads.
Oh, yeah. Did you get paper cuts?
Oh,
I would think,
definitely.
I would think so. Yeah. Oh, these are amazing, guys. These are amazing. I wish I could put you. If I put you on, I'm going to see if I can get you
No,
on.
you can see me perfectly.
Okay.
It's big
Okay.
enough.
These
Anyway,
are
I made these
paper
paper
beads,
beads. I
but they
spent
don't look paper.
I spent like about 2 months, 2 3 months, and I made this is from wrapping paper, which is military camouflage color, and it came out this way.
Looks like jade.
Yeah. I think it looks like malachite mostly.
Yeah, it is more like that. But the green reminded me of jade.
Yeah. I made that year, and I ruined my hand with it. I made 3,000 beads.
Oh my. Yeah. Are you going to do any more?
Not in the near future. No, definitely.
You got to show us you got to pass it on. You got to pass it on to us.
I will show you how to make it, but I will not make more than 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, would like that. We have somebody who's new here. Geraldine Lima. Are you anybody? Welcome to the channel. She says, I used to make paper beads with my mother. Still have some of the necklaces.
Hi, Judy Herbert. And then last but not least, let's say it's always recycling, because even quilting is a recycling art, as you all know. I made, the group of In Quilt Pack knows what I made. I made these Christmas trees and gnomes and strips of paper. I made gnomes.
Those are so cute. I love that. It reminds me of a Viking gnome.
Yeah, it does. I made also I made a Father Christmas one as well, but it's not with the beard, with the mustache. And if you look at them, they have the nose is the fabric beads. Fabric and this one is one of them.
Joe, I think Joe's on here. Joe.
Yes, Joe's here.
Joe's a recycler.
Yeah.
Also, so her head's probably exploding right now.
And then 1 year I made these for a present for my friends.
Oh.
I made 100 of these.
That's a lot.
Because when I go all in. I don't make a few. I make a lot. Well, I made these trees. The back is laid.
I like that with the trees.
And also the same style as the gnomes. This was last year's one. I made these trees.
And you put the embellishments on it and that.
Yeah, this one has got wire. Wait, this is gold thread on it as well.
Pretty.
Yeah, this, if you look at this one, this is the one I wanted to show it.
Joyce keeps on saying another video.
You see this one?
Well, yeah, I don't know. You didn't show me that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, no. I like that a lot.
This, you know that when you have your serger and you have to cut things away.
Yeah.
This is the a strip of the serger that I cut away. I ripped actually from the fabric. This was joining 2 different types of fabrics together.
Wow.
And look at the stick. The stick is a popsicle. It's an ice cream stick.
That's cute.
Always recycling, always reusing. And that is what I have to show you guys. What I've been doing.
Can you show the
bracelet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't show that. Yeah.
This is really unique. I like this.
The bracelet. This I made years ago. I was working together with a friend. She's a tailor as well, and she was selling in her shop. This is made out of zips. It's a zip. You guys call it a zip.
Okay. Yeah, leave it up there a little bit and let them see. And there's a bobble at the bottom. You
This
said
is a
that's
semi-precious,
oh,
semi-precious stone.
she nodded that zipper. Until
And,
now.
yeah, it's a knot.
Isn't
And
that pretty?
it's got a clasp so that it can open and close.
That is so pretty.
And a chain that I got from the hardware store. A person who has allergies with metal can't wear this because of the chain.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Some people, Jessica says that she loves the recycle projects.
And then I made this. This is with a marble, one of my son's marbles.
Yeah, I like that. The marbles, you get such pretty marbles, you know?
Yeah, you get really lovely marbles when I've used a lot of them and I've given them away because I don't sell things, I give away.
I tell you what, you'd be very rich if you could sell them. Because I think some of the things
You don't get the value. You don't get the value that of the work you've been doing and your artmanship.
I know.
That is why I prefer to give. I prefer to gift. The smile and the joy that you see in the face of a person that you've gifted something is more than money for me.
Yeah, that's a
and
good
that's why
heart.
I'll always be poor. So.
That's a good heart. Patty G says that you're a very talented artist. And, yeah, and you are.
Thank you.
You are.
Yeah.
And we can take questions if you want, if anybody wants to. I just want to say hi that Nancy's in here. June, Patty came in.
Sharon.
Who else? Nancy.
Nancy, I haven't. Yes, guess who Nancy's on here?
Nancy came out
on. Melanie Taylor.
Yeah, you can see what they've said. It's gone on. I saw earlier that they said that Donna and her husband,
buddy.
Who?
My buddy, Joy T.
Yep. Oh yeah, Joy T's here. That's right.
Yeah, I told her I will start calling her Tesoro. Which means Tesoro means my treasure.
And really?
Yeah.
Here, Joyce says that years ago, I thought that I wanted to make jewelry, went out and bought way more than I realized, and I should have. And
what was she?
Should have, boy, was wrong.
Boy, yeah, jewelry is you have to have the feeling for it because it wire wrapping. I love wire wrapping, but my hands hurt after I've done that.
Yeah.
So even making these beads, I shouldn't be doing that because it hurts. This is wire wrapping as well because I'm using wire. Oh, by the way, the hoop here is a broken earring of my daughter. Huh. She broke it the other day, and then I said, okay, that's good. I'll use it for that.
Jody thought that it meant that was sweet, what you call her, because she thought it meant my buddy. So it's more enduring to her.
In Italian, we don't use buddy. We use amico.
Friend?
Yeah, which is friend. But buddy in the way of what a real good friend. We don't have that word. So I prefer to use tesoro. Mm-hmm. Or amore, like Mike is my amore.
Zaza says that it kills her hands doing wire beads.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It hurts. It hurts your hands a lot. My thumb. I don't have carpal tunnel because we did all the tests. It's arthritis in the thumb.
I think I have arthritis in my thumb. If I do too much EPP,
Yeah,
it'll get going, and I realize it's the way I'm holding my hand, and I gotta either take little tiny breaks, and then it doesn't bother me so
yeah.
much.
In
Yeah,
fact,
I imagine there's a lot of people out there that's having that problem right now because a lot of us have gotten new to it. Sharon says it's very creative, Giovanna.
thank you. I try to. It's. I'm at home. I've got nothing to do. My daughter is she doesn't have kids and she doesn't want to have kids. She says with the world the way it's going today, it's better not to have children. And I agree with her 100%
Yes,
because the world we have, the population is so big,
yeah,
and this earth cannot sustain everybody. Too many people are dying of hunger in the poor countries. And if you want a child, you can adopt.
that's true.
So
Or you can help another family that's in need.
yes, we have a
You know,
program where adopt
the
a
family.
child in they adopt by sending money to the families,
Yes.
the association. You can do that.
Yep. That's
A
a good
friend of
idea.
mine
That's
used to do that
very
as
good.
well. And then he
Mhm.
he got letters back from this girl that he had adopted, and from her schooling and everything. And he used to come to me to translate because it was all in English, and he couldn't speak English to save his life.
Oh, oh,
So
yeah, that was really nice.
yeah,
So, let me see. Okay, Donnell's entering lurking mode. She's busy this week. I'm just gonna check real quick here.
yeah. Lisa went into lurking mode as well.
It says Giovanna Zaza saying this. The world is more than enough money. The problems is greed, especially corporate greed. Yeah,
Exactly. But
there is
still,
no reason for people. Yeah,
tougher, right? But still, if we keep making, uh, if the population keeps growing,
yeah,
we are taking away land from the wildlife, which I love elephants. They're my soul animals, and unfortunately, they are in Africa at the moment. They're not going extinct, but the rhinos, for example, the white rhino went extinct last year.
wow.
The last surviving white rhino died, and we're helping us to extinct a lot of animals. And you would say, oh, but if she's one person, but if everybody thinks that way, it's like with recycling. I put everything I can recycle in the recycling bins, like the plastic with the plastic, the paper with the paper. My daughter puts everything in the same basket, and then I go and take out everything, separate it. And she
Yeah,
says, but just put it in the dustbin. No, if everybody thinks that way, the world will be full of junk.
yeah, and we've cut down on a lot, but it's amazing how much it's still there. And I think it's because, like you said, the volume of people and that. But I think people are getting very much more mindful. But it has to go a lot. You kind of opened up my mind to think, not to think differently, but to see things differently. Because it's not that I don't want to get rid of anything, but we have a store somewhere about an hour away, and they do a lot of the recycle stuff. So you can take stuff or donate stuff to them, and artists will go in, and that's what they use
To recycle.
yeah, to make their art in that. I mean, it could be anywhere from a cardboard to little boxes, like the gift boxes you get your jewelry in. the kids, when they have art classes, they'll use those to make things with and that. So
yeah, to teach them how to recycle cardboard, recycle paper. Like paper mache is the oldest recycling art that I know of that kids do. And it's you can make it with flour instead of glue. So it is it won't it's not toxic for the children. But now you have glue that is not toxic as well, the water glue.
Yeah.
And so you can use the glue. I used to use flour. My mom, because flour, the gluten in the flour is a glue. That's why people have problems with gluten. It sticks in the.
A lot of people saying that they are recyclers and that and recycle.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
You see this box where I keep my beads in. I bought it because it was a biscuit box. I bought the biscuit. I buy the things looking at the container so that okay, I can use that for another thing.
I know. I have done that. I get these little boxes that I did for block of the month or something I haven't started them, but they're little for you put them on the table, they're little table banners and you change them each month. They come in a box that has a magnetic lid that just flips up, and I'm thinking that's perfect for my EPP.
Exactly.
Stuff.
You see, but
I'm thinking how expensive that is for them to make.
Why should I go and buy a plastic container, see-through plastic container, when I can go and buy biscuits and I have the plastic container afterwards?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And they're stackable. So that's what I do. I try to reuse, like even shoe boxes. And there was one time I would go into the market at the end of the market. I used to work in the market with my ex-husband. And I would go and get these shoe boxes that they were throwing away. Okay, they would go in the paper recycling, but I would go and get those boxes and put my things in it because they're nice and big, and you can put a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah.
But the problem with that, they're not see-through. You can't see inside them, so you have to put labels.
Okay.
Yeah. But so I prefer having these plastic bins that are see-through to put my stuff.
A lot of people will take the plastics from, let's say, the bakery area. If you get, in the U.S., a lot of things like in the store in the bakery area, they're plastic. They're thin plastic, and with the lid, a lot of people take that and use that and cut it up for templates for applique and sewing and different things like that, or storing something else.
Yeah.
My grandson had got this one cup, and it's to be able to reuse and all that, and it is a green from Evergreen, and it came in a cardboard box that's round cylinder, and I thought, got to figure out what to do with that because it's too good. You could store things in that, but yeah.
I showed you my pens. I won't turn the camera, the phone around because I don't want anybody to get drunk. I made my own stand out of tea boxes to keep my pens in. I put the dividers in it and all. And I forgot to show this. I bought this from.
Those are your markers.
Yeah, they're for.
And you said that you could color your paper beads and things like that with those.
Yeah, the fabric beads. This one, for example, I had too much white on it. I wanted it to be red because she likes red, and so I used one of those markers to fill in the gaps of where it was white. Yep.
Yeah, of course, Rita is very much, thinks about, is very mindful with what she purchases and what they're made of. And let's see, Joyce says, I don't have ink in my printer, so I can't print them. And I haven't even, I've got cardstock. I've been making them out of cardstock. Oh, the EPP. Yeah, you can, if you have a template already and you can trace that, but I would not necessarily mix it. It depends on what size your lead is. Make sure you recheck the measurements on that to make sure that if they're an inch, that they're still an inch. But there's nothing wrong with doing that.
And you can use cereal box for your EPP.
Yeah, yeah, and that's actually nice because now they're flimsy. They're very flimsy, so that works good.
Even my tea boxes, the boxes that I get my tea in, they're nice and thin cardstock. And I've made, actually, those gnomes have the cone inside. It's made out of recycled cardboard from tea boxes.
Okay, Patty says that she uses fabric markers on EPP stitches that show on the front. So she's changing her thread color.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. That sounds interesting. Well, you haven't, I know that not been an hour, but I just wondered, does anybody else have anything to say, or you want to drop anybody want to drop your channel? Let's see. Giovanna, can you put your channel in?
I don't know because I have to go on. I have to just.
You should be able to just by share. Just hit.
Yeah, let me just put share.
Yeah, and it'll do your.
It's written share. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a problem with spellings. I am dyslexic.
Okay. I hid that. I didn't want to hide that. I wanted to show it.
Thank you, Terry. Oh, by the way, hi, Terry. I didn't say hi to you. Actually, I didn't say hi to anybody because we were talking and.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that earlier that Donnell had, about Donna and her husband Joe. They haven't been on any lives. Yeah. It's because of the floods. They have been cleaning out. And
I sent a message to Donna because I can empathize with her because I suffered the same thing.
Yeah. And they're supposed to get more storms. The storms have been pretty severe. We've been very fortunate where I'm at, but a lot of places really had gotten hit with storms in the rain. And I don't know if Jessica did. The storms hit her area or not. But Jessica says it's been nice getting to know you, Giovanna. That's what I wanted. I want you to get to know her. And there's so many talented people out there, and you guys are on every day, every week, supporting us. And we want to showcase you. At least I want to showcase you because I can learn.
This was
yeah, I still want to learn.
I said a lot about myself publicly, but I most probably shouldn't have.
It's public now. There's so much talent out there, and it just blows you away when you know that you've been talking to them and all that, and all of a sudden, you find out what they really can do and their talent, and you can't believe it. So we'll be looking for a video in the future. Or a live. You can do a live. We'll promote.
I will try. I have to set myself up properly because
you let us know, and
Okay.
us other ones, we will back you up. We will promote you and let them know when you're going to be on and things like that. And even if you want to go on Discord, I have a Discord channel, but so does Mona and Letha. And that if you want to go on there and do a class of anything just to get your feet wet, just to feel comfortable, you're more than welcome to do that. And I'm inviting you to their channels to do that too.
Yeah.
Which I know that they don't mind. I know that they don't mind. So
Yeah,
that's
they like it.
yeah. So anyway, I really appreciate it. And this isn't going to be the last time. It's not going to be the first time or the last time I have you on. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for what you've done. It just has opened up a lot to us, and we appreciate it. And we appreciate every one of you that has joined us today and shared your time with us. And we'll see you in the chat.
It
You
was
have a
lovely
great day.
and it was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. I'll end the stream now.
Okay. Bye, everyone.